of the situation, but in future books I have plans for more diversity of characters.
Well, I like the whomp. I like those. Blam, splat. You know, these words are now in dictionaries, and they originated in comic books, I assume. But she's very cute, Liddy. There's a nice picture of Liddy right here. I don't know if they can get this.
Yeah, right over here.
So, all right. So you're talking about another project. What's your next project?
You mean like the next book for the series?
Well, for this series, or do you have any other topics in mind to do?
At the moment, the next book that I have in mind was going to be like a continuation of the bullying idea.
Mm-hmm.
So in here, she is more of a bystander. Oh no, she's more of like a victim, and she has to like grow so that she could defend herself. But in the next book, I wanted her to become more of like an upstander, so that it shows a different perspective, or that you can grow so that you can help change, you know, perspectives of like how you could handle a bully situation. So at some point I do want to touch upon other subjects, but I figured since the core of it started as bullying that I want to touch upon that just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's possible that if you have 2 or 3 of these books that it might make your whole project more marketable.
Right.
So do you have a Facebook page?
I do. There is a Life of Liddy Facebook page that you can go to, where you can like it, and so you could follow along and see if I have any new news. I also have a website for it. It's lifeofliddy.com, and that has some preview pages of this current book. You can't purchase it online just yet, but you can get an idea of like what it's about, see the inside pages, and there's a contact page so you could get in touch with me if you want a copy of the book.
But you're on Amazon.
Oh, the original book I did is on Amazon.
Okay.
That one was my senior project.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put.
Yeah, you need. I don't. From what I understand, it's not difficult to put it on Amazon, so you should put it on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that soon. The original book I put on Amazon just to see what it was like, the whole process, and now I'm looking into putting it on Amazon, or Comixology is another resource for comic books to buy digitally. So I'm looking into more resources to like put it for people to access.
Now you did your own website.
Yes, I designed the website. Like I sketched it out, I did all the art for it, but then I brought all of that to a family member, my cousin, and then he helped me assemble it into a website that could be uploaded. So
Yeah, because that's not the easiest thing.
no, it's a whole nother thing that you have to learn, web design.
So did you link your website to your Facebook page? And
Yes, on the bottom of the page it has like extra links to like Facebook, Twitter, like all sorts of other resources.
yeah. Most website, the packages that you buy on on the internet, like WordPress and MailChimp and all those, they do encourage you and allow you to link to other things. Have you thought about doing a blog?
I have a blog for my artwork. So it's almost like a website. Like you scroll through it and you see like all my artwork from my various different projects, not just Life of Liddy. So it's not focused on this. It's just me in my career as a whole.
You as an illustrator,
right?
Yeah, your career as a whole. So at this point, can you point to any one of the things that you've done in marketing to say that this has been the most successful to get you out there?
There's not, all of those things I can't necessarily say have been better than the other. Having all of those things out there and putting yourself out there gives you the opportunity to have some kind of success. But there's no one tried and true way of getting out there and getting people to like notice you. A lot of it is time and place, some of it's luck. But as long as you put yourself out there and through all those social media or websites, you'll be able to have the opportunity to be noticed by someone.
Right. I'm asking you because I'm looking for hints. I'm looking for tips because I have a website, I have Facebook pages, I'm on Twitter, I have a blog, I do all those things, and I just think to myself, how come I'm not famous? I do. I think, you know, I have really good books. This is a beautiful comic book, great subject, and certainly it's a medium now that is very popular. It's becoming even more popular and more important in our culture. So you think to yourself, why, you know, why am I not famous? Why is a movie company not knocking on my door and saying, I want to make your books into a movie or a TV show?
I could give you an idea. It's because everyone's out there doing the same thing. So like whoever's making their own things or has their own projects or careers, they're throwing it out there on the internet, on social media, and so
Clutter.
so there's a lot of clutter, and then it could just like drown out or cover up other things, and so that's why you just got to put your stuff everywhere and hope that that helps you.
Yeah, it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall, right? I really think so, because my feeling about it is that the competition is so enormous that it's very daunting. You know, I mean, if you really think about who you're competing with and how the deck is stacked against you if you're not a known writer, you never do it. You walk into a bookstore today, and what do you see in front of you? You see all of the famous authors and their new book. Well, they're famous. Why, why are you advertising for them? They're already
Right.
famous. And one of the first things I say in my writing workshop, it's not a writing workshop, but it's really a publishing marketing workshop, is look around you. How many of each one of these books, and usually I'm doing it in a library or a bookstore, and there are thousands of books. I say,
Right.
how many of each one of these books do you think was sold today? Think about it.
Yeah.
Very few of them have been sold. And the ones that are sold are usually the ones that are clustered in those beautiful advertising displays that they come up with for the famous writers, and they're right near the register, so that you could just buy it and see it, buy it, leave. So I think that writing a book and becoming successful, I mean really successful, is probably one of the most difficult things that you could do. It's as difficult as becoming a famous opera singer. There are a lot of singers out there, but very few who make it. So then the question that I most often ask authors is, what do you want out of this? Because most authors that I speak with, they have a job, or they've had a job, they have a career. What do you want to get out of this writing project that you're doing?
I want to be able to experience what I experienced at Seaford and Garden City again, but with more schools and with more kids, because seeing their faces and hearing their questions and their enthusiasm, it really made me feel good, and that's kind of what I wanted to get out of making this project in the first place, because I'm putting myself and my experience and my illustrations into this book. This is basically a representation of me and my history. So if students can take that and relate to it and enjoy it, I get a lot out of that, and so hopefully I'll get to see that a lot more.
That's the thrill for me too. When I get a kid who comes up to me at a book fair or a crafts fair and said, I read your first book and now you have another one. I'm going to buy that because I really like the first one. That's all I need. I don't need a bestseller.
It feels really nice to hear that.
I mean, I'd love to have the TV show, but what the heck. It's great to have you, George.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Linda.
you. Thank you very much.